when you're moving from place to place, place. Good morning, good morning, morning, good morning, morning.
Welcome back to the morning show here on Tobago Updates Television. We're just about 7:59 a.m. So you should be sitting in front of your desk if you are working today. Yes, but if you're still on our nation's roads, remember to drive safely to get yourself to work in good condition. We continue conversations this morning in studio and we speak with Carlton Lee Tang, ASP of the T.T.P.S, a new face to the island of Tobago. And we're going to be talking about the T.T.P.S updates, of course, and an introduction to his portfolio. Good morning and welcome.
Good morning and thanks for having me on the program.
Of course, a pleasure to have you here with us this morning. So we're in this space now. Welcome to Tobago, of course, and your new position here on the island of Tobago. Where do we go from here?
All right, well, I'll introduce myself. My name is Carlton Lee Tang. I'm one of the 3 assistant superintendents on the island of Tobago. My portfolio, I am the ASP Discipline, Performance Management Appraisal System, the ASP in charge of the Court and Process Unit, also the ASP in charge of training in Tobago, and the ASP in charge of the welfare of officers.
Absolutely. That's a very wide portfolio and very important as well. I like the part about the discipline, because people always have things to say about the T.T.P.S. So I'm happy that there's a unit that is responsible for that as well. So now we're in the Tobago space. Again, welcome to Tobago. And so we want to know what's been happening on the island. What's happened over the past week? I know we just celebrated our Republic Day celebrations there in the Roxborough area. How did that go in terms of managing crime as it relates to Tobago?
Okay, on Tuesday the 24th was the Republic Day. There was a grand parade, which was well attended and also incident-free because things were put in place to ensure a safe parade. So nothing untoward came about to mar the parade.
Absolutely amazing, amazing stuff. I'm happy to hear that. Recently the Tobago space, we've had a lot of unrest and unease here on the island. It's not something that we're used to. And so we've been having to fight crime actively and aggressively. Can you bring us up to speed as to where we are with any of those incidents that took place over the past couple of weeks? I know you're relatively new on the island, but can you bring us up to speed or share any insight on anything, any new developments as it relates to criminal activity or any type of incidents?
Yes, well, there was a murder that took place on the island on the 21st of August. With discussions with the DPP and the Tobago Homicide Unit, the DPP, on their advice, gave instructions to charge someone for a murder. This person charged was Jay Quashie, a 23-year-old of Plymouth Road, Tobago. This murder was one where 4 persons were shot and 1 person died. The victim, Carlton Thomas, we, the T.T.P.S, wish to express our condolences to his family. We know holding someone and arresting someone does not bring back the person to life, but we hope that it affords some comfort to the family.
Absolutely.
Someone was arrested.
Absolutely. And, commendations for that as well. And we do hope to get more reports in terms of arresting and charging of individuals because we've had quite a few in the past couple of months and we do hope to get to a better place. Is there anything else that has happened that we might not have heard of in mainstream media or on the island of Tobago that took place that brought police concern and intervention?
There's also reports of a housebreaking and larceny in the Scarborough district. This happened on Saturday. Around 10 p.m., the proprietor would have locked and secured her business. And on awakening around 7 a.m., would have discovered items missing, cash from a cash register, 90 TT and $2 US currency. Also, assortment of goods items, the value to be ascertained. Which would also bring about my trying to inform persons to secure their place have proper locks on the doors, etc. Install cameras.
And you know, we have that conversation here on set very often with members of the T.T.P.S, of course, in advising us to secure our property. Sometimes it's so bothersome that if it's my property, then why are you on it? But we have to put ourselves in a position where we can protect ourselves against the criminal elements, because somebody would always want to be up to something, right? So that's sound advice there, and I'm hoping that, you know, residents here on the island of Tobago will take it seriously and try their best to ensure you secure your property, as especially if you are in any type of business where there is cash or exchange of cash, where you operate where you ply your trade. Is there anything else you want to share with us this morning?
There's also a report of an attempted suicide in the Roxborough district, where a male 15 years of age was found by a relative hanging with a belt around his neck. I won't go into detail because of the age, and it's a minor. Sensitive in nature. Yes.
Is any type of, it's very unfortunate to hear this, to learn of this morning. From the T.T.P.S standpoint, is there any type of counseling that is given to this, especially a minor, and also to the relatives, the people in the community? What type of relationship is happening there when something like this happens?
Yes, the T.T.P.S reaches out to these families. They will contact social workers, victim support units, whatever is needed to assist the families in these types of matters.
All right. Well, I'm happy to hear that they will be lending that measure of support. You know, we're heading into a carnival here in Tobago. We have carnival coming up in October. What are some of the things? I'm not sure if you've had the conversation or had the opportunity to be a part of the conversation yet, because I know you just took up your appointment here on the island of Tobago. How do you feel in terms of being confident to manage the event itself and the pre-events that will lead up to carnival this year in Tobago?
Carnival discussions will have been thoroughly expressed in meetings before. And I'm not part of the actual meetings, but other ASPs, Superintendent Joseph, and the new installed officers would be partaking in that discussions. However, I was here during the last carnival, because I have been in the island for a year now.
Right.
Yes. But discussions are taking place, and all things that are supposed to be done are being done. Walkabouts to ensure that all the areas are secure, that where the vans will pass, where the lines are, electric lines that are low, they are being watched and put higher so that the trucks wouldn't pull them down, to ensure the safety and security of the patrons and everyone who partakes.
Absolutely. And in closing, is there anything you want to share with our general public this morning?
Well, I'd just like to say and thank the contribution of the outgoing officers, Mr. Hazel, the ACP and Senior Sup, Mr. Cook, for their contributions to the safety and security of the island. They have done their best. And I also like to welcome the newly installed ACP, Mr. Subaru, and the Senior Sup, Mr. Eli, to the Tobago Executive, and hope that they will continue to strive in their professions.
And we hope the very same as well, and we do wish congratulations to them as well. Thank you so much for joining us this morning and for bringing those updates to us here on the island of Tobago. Ladies and gentlemen, this is where we end the morning show on Tobago Updates Television, but it's not where we end our programming. We continue on with GMT, and as we go, we invite you to help us. Share the live, share the live, share the live. Have a wonderful day.